You are listening to NPR exclusive. This show was recorded in front of a semi-awake, paid studio audience. Because when we tried to charge, many said, "You would have to pay me to watch this show." Anyway, enjoy. Diary of a CFO.
My people, gather closer. Today, we sit at a crossroads where wisdom and wahala shake hands. We speak often of success, the shiny goat everyone wants to claim. We speak of failure, the stubborn donkey nobody owns. But today, we discuss something more dangerous than a rumor carried by a fast runner. Statistics. Because 94% of statistics are spoken with the confidence of a man who has never been interrupted. And confidence, my friends, is a powerful spice. Our guest today is Professor Lionel Worthington III, Master of Communications, Business Strategy, Behavioral Economics, and Data Science in what he calls light psychology. Professor, you are welcome. The mat is laid. Sit well.
Aye, now, that's a welcome I'd softened the hearts of many men. I'm delighted entirely. Happier than a pup with two tails. I've even brought charts with me today.
What is this here? Professor, unless my eyes are deceiving me like a campaign promise, there are no charts here.
Well, exactly. The best charts are the ones you can't see. Sure, isn't imagination the strongest currency of all?
Okay. Well, tell us this then. Tell us, wise one of the floating graphs. Why do people believe statistics so quickly?
Well now, studies show that that's a dangerous way to begin any sentence. That the moment you say research indicates, people sit up straighter than they do in church. The brain releases dopamine, cortisol, and a respectful little ah. In fact, 82% of people trust a number more than their own grandmother. And that's saying something.
This here, even the grandmother who raised them.
That's right, depending on the grandmother, of course. But it'll climb to 83%, especially if the grandmother is fond of conspiracy theories.
You once said it's not about truth, it's about delivery. Like jollof rice, everyone claims that is authentic, but confidence is the real ingredient.
Exactly. Truth's grand, but delivery wins elections. In fact, in my 2017 paper, The Confident Pause, a modest masterpiece if I do say so myself, we discovered that if you pause before a number, people swallow it whole, hook, line, and sinker. The average entrepreneur fails 3.7 times before succeeding.
Oh, this is interesting. Why 3.7 times? Why not 4 like normal people?
Well, that's because 4 sounds like you plucked it out of thin air after a strong cup of tea. But 3.7, that sounds like you wrestled it out of a spreadsheet at midnight after a pint of Guinness.
Let us climb the mountain now. What separates billionaires from the rest of us, still tying our own shoelaces?
Well, there's 3 things, as certain as rain in Galway. First, they wake up at 4:12, not 4:10. That'd be chaos entirely. Second, they journal in leather-bound notebooks. The thicker the leather, the thicker the profit margins. And third, they hydrate strategically. Studies from the University of Copenhagen on Times show hydration increases EBITDA by 14%. 14%.
So strategic water. That is very interesting. Just water? Or what type of water?
Well, it depends. Sparkling water is the best. But still water, it's grand for reflection. That's why we use still water when we brew our beers. But the worst of them is tap water. Aye, sure, that's for the faint of heart. You are what you sip, after all.
Ah, that is very interesting. This brain, this coconut of ambition, you say it obeys graphs?
Aye, it does. The brain sees a rising line and says, "That'll do nicely." When I lecture, I draw an arrow pointing up and say, "This is you." When I do that, motivation jumps 63%. Easy as you like.
And if the line falls down?
Oh, that's not a fall. That's a strategic dip. Investors adore a dip. Makes them feel clever without having to do very much. Sure, a dip today is a comeback story for tomorrow.
Social media has turned the marketplace into a masquerade. Everyone wears a mask of productivity.
Aye, that's true. And it has changed drastically for people. So it's not really for the faint of heart. Because if you post a photo with a laptop in a cafe, perceived intelligence will actually rise 27%. But if you add a cappuccino, 34%. But if you add AirPods and a pint of Guinness, you're one inspirational quote away from keynote speaker status. Sure, perception is half the rent these days.
Ah, that is very interesting. So wisdom now comes with foam on top.
Aye, preferably with almond milk.
Professor, let us remove the drum beats. Are these studies real? Or are you dancing with smoke?
That's a good question. But reality is a broad church. Because what is a study if not a confident idea with tidy shoes and a respectable accent? 72% of podcasts use numbers no one even checks. And the other 37%, they speak slowly and look disappointed in you. Sure, if you say it firmly enough, people assume you've done the homework. But have you really?
So, Mr. Professor, the final wisdom, if someone listens now, carrying doubt like a heavy basket, what do you say?
Well, I'd say this. Facts are useful. Conviction is unforgettable. So, stand tall. Pause before your numbers. Reference an institution with a long name and a short website. And remember, if you say Harvard Business Review, no one will dare ask which issue. Sure, confidence, my friend, is 9/7 of credibility, and the other 10th is a good pause.
That is very interesting. So, in closing, Professor Lionel Worthington III, you have stirred the pot today, certainly. It is like a goat stew that keeps on giving you more.
Yes, exactly. But I'd only add a little bit of seasoning.
Oh, thank you so much, Professor. To those listening, remember, be mindful. The loudest statistic is not always the truest. Walk boldly. Pause dramatically. And if necessary, invent responsibly.